Hi, welcome to Cyber PA Career Readiness. Today, our guest is Nikki Navta, founder and CEO of Zulama. Hello, Nikki. Can you
Hi,
tell us
Sarah.
about Zulama?
Absolutely. So, Zulama is an ed tech company that stands for Educational Technology, and we bring computer science education to schools through game design projects. So we worked with faculty at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, which is where our company is located and headquartered. And they have a world-renowned game design program at Carnegie Mellon. And so when we worked with those faculty members at their program, they helped us design a program that's similar to what they do at Carnegie Mellon, but for middle schools and high schools. So that's what we do in a nutshell.
That's cool. So, can you talk about the emerging field of educational technology industry? Students use it today in schools with iPad apps. These things are changing the way students learn.
Absolutely. So I think we all are increasingly aware that having computer skills is really important for tomorrow's jobs. Even the jobs today, actually. We keep saying tomorrow, but they're the jobs right now that employers are looking for. And so using educational technology in the classroom is a really good way for students to become familiar with how to use iPads and laptop computers and different kinds of technology. So that gives students firsthand experience using that technology because they're going to find that same technology when they're in the workplace. So that's one level of why educational technology is so important. And then the second level is a lot of the products that are called educational technology products use computers, they use apps, they use programs that actually enhance learning. They give teachers better feedback about what their students are learning. They get kids more excited about learning. So these educational technology products can lead to deeper learning for students.
Plus, you're an entrepreneur. Owning a small business must have its challenges and rewards.
It's funny because I started Zulama in 2009, so it's been about 8 years at this point, and no 2 days have ever been exactly the same. It's really exciting to be an entrepreneur, but it means you kind of have to do a little bit of everything. I mean, I water the plants and empty the garbage, and I also, go to the bank and talk to bankers and investors. So, there's just a wide range of skills and responsibilities that you have as an entrepreneur. I really love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
can you describe a typical day?
So, I actually try myself to have a fairly steady routine, and I find it's helpful to work with sort of what my attention span leads me to do. So for instance, I'm a morning person. So when I come into the office, I often do a lot of my creative work and my thinking work and my reading and research work in the morning when my brain is fresh and I'm approaching the day with a new attitude. So that's when I do that kind of work. And then I tend to get a little bit more tired and maybe just not as creative later in the afternoon. So I save things like accounting and, tax work or sort of mundane returning emails and things like that for the afternoon. So that's kind of what my daily routine looks like. And then as an entrepreneur, I've also found that it helps to sort of segment the kinds of things that you do on different days. So I like to concentrate phone calls, for instance, on 2 afternoons a week. So I'm not constantly switching between phone calls and emails and other kinds of work. So I think for me, I like to block out certain chunks of time during the day to do specific kinds of work, and that really helps me stay fresh and helps me focus and really helps me do the best work I can.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
what are some skills needed in your field?
Definitely computer science skills, also STEM skills, which are science skills, technology, engineering, and math. More and more when I talk to employers, they say that those are the kinds of skills that they really need, that they're looking to hire kids with those kinds of skills. And A lot of times you'll hear educators divide skills up into two kinds of buckets. One is what they call hard skills, which are actual skills that you learn, like how to do coding or how to design a game or work with chemicals in the laboratory. So those are specific hard skills. And then there's another category of skills called soft skills, which are things like learning how to work with a team of students on a project, how to meet deadlines, how to communicate, how to collaborate with other people. And so those are really important soft skills. And actually, when I talk to employers, they say that the soft skills are almost more important than the hard skills because they can train people to learn the hard skills, but it's really hard to train people to learn soft skills. You really have to learn soft skills by working on projects with other people.
What did you think you wanted to do when you graduated high school?
Oh my goodness. So when I graduated from high school, I had been riding horses competitively in high school and middle school, and I was determined to become a large animal veterinarian. So I loved biology and chemistry and math when I was in high school, and so it seemed like it would be a really good fit. When I went to college, I researched colleges that had really good veterinary programs, and so that's when I went to school for. And as it turned out, it really wasn't what I thought it was. I ended up not really enjoying biology all that much, loving math, and discovering computers, and so I just really followed my passions, and I ended up majoring with a self-designed multi-field major in art and mathematics from college, and that included computer science. So I didn't become a veterinarian, and I started working in the publishing industry because there were a lot of jobs in the publishing industry that involved using computers to do writing and creative work, and that was very much what I had been studying in college. And then after a while, I just kind of saw that the publishing industry wasn't reacting to all of the wonderful opportunities that the internet was giving students and teachers for education. And so that's when I started my own company, which is Zulama, and we basically use digital tools to help students and teachers learn. So I think it's been a really exciting kind of different progression in my life. Yeah.
What would be your advice to students thinking about a career in educational technology?
Well, so I think one thing is to definitely gravitate towards and study things that you like, because you generally do better when if you really know you like math, keep at it, right? But I also think there's something where you shouldn't have an attitude that maybe if you're just not good at math in one class, you shouldn't give up on it. You really sometimes certain subjects, it takes you a little while to actually learn them, and you might actually like them a lot, even if you're not naturally really good at a subject. So one of the things is that I think you really have to not give up on STEM subjects. Even if you don't think that you are good at them, you should really keep trying to find a place within STEM that is something that you're passionate about. Keep an open mind towards your education. Just keep trying different things, and you'll find something that really clicks. And when you do, that's going to be exciting, and that's what's going to get you passionate about education, and then also what course you want to pursue after you're done with high school.
If you had advice to give to students, what would it be?
So I think it's awesome to be an entrepreneur. So that's another thing that I would really, I think that kids should really consider entrepreneurship as a career path. And it may not be something that they do right out of high school or even right out of college. It may be, but it may not be. But I think it should always be something that you maybe have in your mind. What would it be like to start your own company and solve a problem that you think is really important to solve and nobody else is solving? I mean, that's the way I look at entrepreneurship, is making the world better, making education. And in Zulama's case, we make education better through the products that we bring to the classroom.
So how can our viewers find more about Zulama?
Well, of course, everybody has a website these days, so go to zulama.com and you'll find out more about our curriculum and our opportunities for teachers to learn more about computer science and game design. You're welcome to contact me directly. I'm on Twitter at NikkiNavta, and my email is nikki.navta@zulama.com. So I'm always happy to talk to students who are interested in, pursuing game design or computer science or sort of STEM careers. Those are the things that I know the most about and could potentially help answer questions mostly about. So happy to do that.
Okay, so thank you so much, Nikki, for joining us today.
Sure, I really appreciate the opportunity, and good luck with your career, wherever it takes.